Well, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the War in the East as we continue. So, in the previous episode, we did discuss tactics. Now, I did mention the idea of basically having the Panzer Group. This Panzer Group, by the way, being the green one over here, wheel around to potentially support the advance onto Leningrad. What I mean by this is basically we have the Panzer Group over here. We advance towards Novgorod. Ideally, we take Novgorod, but if we can have the 2nd Panzer Group here approaching the south, and ideally set up propositions where we can encircle these forces here, the Soviet Red Army, and annihilate them. Now, they will not be assigned to this duty permanently. Basically, it's only for expedience and just for the possibilities it presents us. The issue is terrain. We need to avoid the swampy lands over here, so we have a choice of either going up this way, or we can go here for Veliki, and head north like so. But this also just presents us with the option of heading towards Moscow. So, just elaborate on that before we move on. Right. Okay. Now, I do have another infantry division to move, but I did almost forget about this one over here, the 45th Infantry Corps. So they will move towards Mogilev. Okay, there we go. We've moved almost everything. Almost. Okay. So we have our Panzer Divisions over here, which we are going to leave for the time being. I actually do have my transport planes over here, so that's fair. What we'll do then is we'll basically send the fuel and supplies over to the Panzer Group here. It would make a lot more sense having it sent here, as, well, it's harder for this Panzer Group to receive supply. We can't send itself to the one down here, it's just simply too far. But this one is the 2nd best over here, so we'll do this then. Okay. Right. Have a few fighters assigned. Don't really need that, doesn't really make that much of a difference, does it now? We'll have the level bomber supply. Actually, what is it that we really need? Okay, so we have 56 supply, 81 fuel. We have 45 supply and 165 fuel. So on fuel we're doing okay in this core. It's more like supply that we seem to be needing. We can try to get both in if possible. Okay. But we'll go for supply first off. Okay, so that's 114 lift tonnage. Take some supply. Okay. There we go. Yep, transport planes. No. Supply? There we go. Panzer Corps. Okay, launch. There we go, some free supply. That's quite a large amount. Okay, so we have 118 supply here now. We have 108 supply over here. I could do again a little bit more fuel into this one, so then we'll be roughly equal. Okay. Oh. Apparently I no longer have that option presently. Let's see if we can get some fuel into the... No, okay. So we've used our aircraft transportability for the time being. That's no problem. To be fair, we did get some nice supply in there. Right, we just have reconnaissance planes. No matter. So roughly, yes, everything is more or less moved up. I do want to move up my air forces. So what do we have here? So 69 planes. These are level bombers. That's reconnaissance. Okay. So we'll have you move over to here. Yep, that's 105 bombers here, for 69 and 155 fighters. So we should probably have them as close as possible to the front line. If possible, anyway. Basically, I want to have a good amount of coverage, and I would like to very much strike at the Soviet forces. Basically, their airfields around. But reconnaissance is going to be absolutely amazing. Okay. We'll move over here now. Yep, you're good. Can I have any more reconnaissance aircraft assigned? I can, actually. We'll go with a few further 12 BF 110s. There we go. Hopefully that should give us a nice amount of range. Okay. Now then. Obviously they're going to be out of range. Can I have them reassigned to a new headquarters? La Flotilla. Okay. So I can move up all the way over to here, to be honest. We've already sent out the supplies that we have available, so this is no problem. So I can move them up over here. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba da da. Same for you. Move you up. Okay. That'll be a lot better now. You've been moved. You've been moved as well. So I can quite easily move this force up. Move the airfield up. Same over here. Okay. Right. We do have some transports over here, actually. That's very interesting. Right, there we go. Move these headquarters. Sorry, these airfields. Okay. There we go. What can I have assigned to you if possible? Nothing. Basically because you're like grand headquarters. Same here. We'll have you follow the lines of the rail advance. Okay. AGN. There we go. Okay, so these forces on the trains. So we'll have them move it on the rails, and then we can take them off the rails and begin to move them. Okay, take them from the rails. And we'll begin to move them. They will be instrumental in taking Leningrad. Now I think we'll have these fresh divisions heading north. Basically, from Tallinn and approach Leningrad from the west. At least in this fashion, we can bring a hell of a lot of, well, manpower, firepower, as well as that. These are fresh divisions, they are going to be very nice. And they're close to the army they are to join, so this is good news. We have another division here too. So, I mean, that's a lot of reinforcement. That's a core and above. There we go. Okay. 18th Army. The closest corps headquarters would be that one. Which is the... Right, so we have the 13th. Sorry, the 23rd. For the time being, what we'll do then is we'll have you assigned directly to the 18th Army. Actually. No, we could leave it as it is right now, and then at least they're going to receive supplies, so that's fair enough. I do need to take a look at some... do we have the ability to tweak supply priority? No, that must be a war in the West Wing then. Ah, boo. Okay, there we go. We should have you move up to Riga. There we go. The issue with this bloody command is it's like, what the hell can I do with it? We really can't do much with it. I'll have them, I don't know. It's a really interesting issue. They're never going to be close enough to really do much. But I should have them down here. We'll have it at Vilnius then. I need, right. Can we have you reassigned to Army Group North? Yep, we can. There we go. We'll have you reassigned to Army Group North to AGN. And then at least AGN has some security forces. Same with you, AGN. There we go. Okay. So this is La Flotilla. Right, we'll have you move up. Okay. We'll have these air forces move all the bloody way up. Well, actually, let's see. Yeah. I don't think we really have any... Well, we do have some here. Though this is reconnaissance. This ultimately does not matter. Okay, move them right up. I want air cover as close as possible. Righto. Once we're within range of Leningrad itself, and once we have a decent ability to project air power over there in terms of fighter coverage, I will begin to bomb Leningrad. Namely, I want to try and strike at the infrastructure there, especially the infrastructure and industry that supports the production of the heavy tanks, such as the KV-1 and the KV-2. They are rather rather strong tanks, to say the least. Okay. Right, we'll have you deployed to Minsk. At least that's a nice central location for those two love flotillas. Okay. Rightio, we do have further reinforcements. A motorized division and further infantry. Okay, so we can have them moved rather far forwards. Who do we want to reinforce? I think... I don't know, do we really want to reinforce Army Group North further? I mean, that will mean that they'll have another 9 divisions assigned to them. It may be the wisest idea considering that AGN is by far the weakest. But what we can do here is we can take a look at the actual raw numbers. And what we can do to see that is basically we can go over here to headquarters. And yeah, right, okay. So, Army Group North. Manpower, 861,000 men, 425. 7,956 guns, 1,134 armoured fighter vehicles, and 783 aircraft. Okay. I would like to see a GC. Right, we need to clear filters, so clear filters. Okay. That's more like it. Okay, so AGC has 1.3 million men, 12,380 guns, 2,907 armored fighter vehicles, 1,498 aircraft. AGS, 1.3 million men, 11,866 guns, 1,582 armored fighting vehicles, and 1,424 aircraft. So in real terms, AGN is by far the weakest of the army groups. Yeah, so we could definitely do with assigning more manpower to AGN then. So, yep, I do feel confident in assigning these guys to the north then. Whereas before, without checking that up, I would have been a little bit hesitant, or at least a little bit more hesitant about doing something like that. Okay. At least we're starting to boost the numbers. I mean, these divisions have not been added to the total yet, but they will be once they do arrive at an adequate position, and once we do have adequate core command level in the vicinity. Quite a distance from Magdeburg, all the way to just outside Riga. Our progress is not so bad, really. It's not as fast as I would have liked it to have been, but we are limited by infantry. They can only march so far per day. But the fact is we've cleared a lot of ground using our panzers, and they do need to recover that fuel and supply. We've got supply into one of the panzer groups, so that's good for us. The other one is close to, the one in the north is close to the supply lines over here. The one down here is going to suffer really for some time until we can get fuel down there, or at least closer to it. Right, another... Okay, actually you can't afford to be moved via rail. It's a little bit too heavy on our rail lines. So we'll have to leave you there for the time being. You are assigned to AGC, so we should have you move to AGC. Okay. Can I move them all at once in bulk? Not as of yet. Okay. What we'll do then is basically leave this formation over here for this time being. I mean, the second army, apparently. Second army can stay there for the time being. We don't need to rush them up as of yet. And by the following turn, we'll be able to get there a little bit... we'll get a little bit closer each time. So that's good. It's saving us supplies and keeping our men combat fit. Okay. A little bit of a mess over here, but it will be resolved in time. Right, yeah, we'll have you moved over to, I suppose that is the best position. We can move this up about 5 hexes. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Right, left flotilla 4. You can go about here. Yeah, there we go, just in range. Ah, flicker core. Good thing that I actually noticed this, otherwise we would have been really kind of screwing over our airborne over there. Okay. 6 army. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look into the new range that we have. So we can see fairly deep into the Soviet Union. Not very far, but just to the outskirts of Leningrad itself. That's pretty good. I like that. To Gomel, which is quite nice. We can see past Smolensk. That's looking pretty decent. Okay, so we'll have the AI run recon for us. Okay. How about attacking airfields? Yeah, plenty of airfields to attack. So that's from these attacks. I need to keep bombing these airfields. We need to keep damaging the planes. Okay, so it's going to be something in the following turn of the north then. That's fine by me. Right. I can't take them off the rails yet. Okay. When may we start receiving heavy tanks and heavy armaments? Medium tanks. Okay. It's the Panzer IVs that I'd love to have. Really, really, really want the Panzer IVs. Okay. So they are first produced in March, at least in meaningful numbers in March 1942, for mainline service. Can't wait to have them, they are superb tanks. Now, Panthers. We could have Panthers by September 1943. They are superb tanks, I really can't wait. Tigers. We are looking at Tigers from August 1942. Ideally, we could step up the production there and maintain them. Potentially King Tigers from February 1944, if the war lasts that long. Which I hope it doesn't. If it does, then we're buggered. Okay. Captured. How many heavy tanks? We have 20 KV-1s and 7 KV-2s. Absolutely adore the KV-2. Such a terrifying tank. KV-1 is such a superb tank as well. But it's namely the T-34s I'd like to capture more of. Speaking of tank production, though, we know that there is production over here in Leningrad. So they have BA-10 armoured cars here, KV-1 vehicles, obviously, so basically logistical vehicles like trucks and etc. And the T-50 is produced there. What else do we have in the Leningrad area? Nothing in those parts of the city. Moscow has by far the most production of planes. I do need to seize Kharkov. Where is it? There we go, there's Kharkov. Yeah, Kharkov produces the T-34s. Stalingrad produces T-34s. We need to get rid of those. Saratov, Yak-1s. Basically essential things that we need to try and limit. We need to try and force the Soviets to keep on moving their forces back. Okay, so we do have this motorized. I'm going to move you right next to the headquarters which is your headquarters over here. Actually, we don't need to because you're right in range. That's no problem at all. I'm happy with that. Okay. So we're going to go forward. We'll check the weather. It's decent for the time being. Right, reinforcements. So we are to receive Stoke Battalion. Some Finnish infantry battalions. Flak battalions. Looking decent. Units is what I'm interested in. Romanians, we're withdrawing these forces here. Okay, lots of withdrawing really, not entirely too much gaining. Okay, we need to reduce the numbers of Soviet AFVs and aircraft. We're not doing too bad on ground. Could be doing far better, and we will do better soon enough. Air losses. It's getting there. We are going to change our air doctrine a little bit, actually. Let's see. How does one change air doctrine again? I can't quite remember. Here we go. Okay. Interdiction attack. I'm going to increase that. There we go to 70. Right. So we're going to end the turn and see how we do. Nothing really major. No, like, major advances as of yet. But nice things nonetheless. I'm going to be interested to see how the Soviets start to react. I'm very happy that they have not actually abandoned some Talon in. That's quite nice. So see, they do have a high amount of air forces. Okay. Yep, hopefully we can take out some AFVs. They're the things that we want to be taken out. The fact is the Soviets are losing fighters through these sorts of defense against our interdictions. I'm going to be very interested to see how they leave the defenses of Smolensk. Very interested. Okay, pause. So they actually did drive us back over here. That's rather surprising. Yeah, we were attacked by 50,000 men. We suffered very minor losses, but basically the division here decided, yeah, it's not worth it. So they were attacked by the 137th Rifle, 110th Rifle, 144th Rifle. Yeah. Okay. That's no problem. We lost very few men there. I do want this city. Oof. Ah, damn, they have broken out of this pocket. Still no problem. They still will be lacking on supplies. Okay. So overall, things could have gone better. We could have held that pocket in the south, but we will be able to take that again. It's no problem at all. We are on the very outskirts of Kiev, so that's nice. So, we lost... not really much in the way. We lost a few thousand men. Probably due to attrition and things like that more than anything. The Soviets lost 1,817 in that turn. Air losses are... yeah. Okay. So, let's take a look at the stand-ins. Yeah, we got to hold on to these. That's nice. We're still on the
guts of a empty Kiev. Well then, surely I will take that. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.